Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. All right, let me go live on TikTok. We're fighting here. Look at Bitcoin. Do you see what I see? Does this mean that we've bottomed out? No. I mean, we could back test and just go lower and lower and lower and back testing that trend line. But I mean, this is kind of the first thing that I want to see. And what an interesting time after bouncing off the 20-week simple moving average. And, I talked about this, the 20-week SMA in September. It happens every year, every year for Bitcoin. We've had some kind of interaction with the 20-week SMA. And here we are, September 1st, bounced off of it and maybe breaking through this downtrend. It's too early to call. I am hoping and expecting that we would hold the 20-week SMA, which is currently a little under 108. So I'm going live on TikTok. And yeah, let's hope that the reversal is here and that the sell-off that we saw to end August was kind of like similar to that sell-off leading into Jackson Hole, where it was just like, oh yeah, September is supposed to be bad, so I'm going to sell before September. And then, oh no, it's going to dump big time in September, and then it doesn't. Okay, I might need to fix something on YouTube here. No, privacy public. I am assuming that, members, only members. This is a member live stream that anyone can chat or that anyone can watch. And of course, I'm live on TikTok. So, just waiting for somebody. Afternoon, Christian. I'm looking too low at the chat. Let me fix this here. Yellow. IBK, thanks for the follow. Is it worth it to buy Pith Network now? I think it's going to go a little bit lower. I mean, honestly, I would just not buy it. I'd wait for a while. But I have a short. My exit is around 15 cents, a little bit higher than 15 cents. So you want to buy a Pith at 15 cents, knock yourself out. I'm not doing it. So asking viewers simple questions like, where are you watching from? Can spark interaction and help you better understand your audience. Yeah, I don't think I have to worry about that, TikTok, but thank you. What about long-term holding of Pith? No, Pith's a junk coin. No. I'm sorry to kind of burst your bubble there, man. Good morning, me. Hello, Romaine. I'm doing all right. I'm super. I've had to transfer $21,000 to my bank account over the last 2 months to pay bills. And it's depressing me right now because it just that's how much I need to make. I need to make $120,000 a year. I don't just to break even. I guess I don't know, And I mean, man, can I do that? I think I can. Even if the market goes down, I think I can do it. It's just like, man, can I have a lower break even price? Sorry to share my personal stuff with you. Do you short on 1x leverage? Mostly I short on 1x leverage. That's what I did with Pith. So here's what I did with Pith. I saw it pump the way that it did, and I was like licking my lips. I was like, oh, baby, please give me an opportunity. And then I opened a 1x short, and at first I lost money. I was losing money on it, but it's just 1x. And then as I saw it going further and further down, I added more to that position. And then I have my take profit at a level that we reached this level on July 21st. So, right now I have my leverage. It's 1x leverage. So it's essentially like the opposite of buying it. And then I just keep on adding a few $100s to my position. And so I'm in profit, like, I don't know, $170 or something like that. I'll take that. Hello, thank you for the follow. Are you bullish this month? I am. I am wondering, DGen Queen. I'm wondering if all of that selling in August was in anticipation of a September dump, and then when everyone's expecting that September dump, it's like all the selling already happened, and now we're gonna pump this month. I've been very curious about when the stock market would open, what would happen, and Bitcoin's looking pretty good right now, and we bounced off of the 20-week SMA, which I've talked about this a ton. You got to see my YouTube video talking about it, my most recent one. Every September, we have some kind of interaction with the 20-week SMA. And the fact that we bounced off of it on September 1st, I'm like, fantastic. Let's go. Could that be the bottom? Right now, the 20-week SMA is $107,800. Actually, it might be a little more than $108,000. So, Rob, you're still in your Yeezy short. Man, what? It's the gift that keeps on giving. I mean, it hasn't gone down as much as I like. I'm actually kind of impressed. I mean, the end result for Yeezy is 0, but like I'm kind of impressed that it's held up as well as it has, because I'm really frustrated that I haven't made as much as I thought I was going to make on my Yeezy short. But I guess I won't cry too much. I wish I was paying attention to WLFI, because that was a fantastic shorting opportunity. It just for some reason it didn't hit me until yesterday. So it's okay to buy render now for midterm. Yeah. I mean, just it might bore you to death. Just be mindful of that. It might bore you. So good morning, News Junkie. Same here. Oh, wait a second. Have you already talked about the Trump coin? Yeah, WLFI. I haven't really, unless you're talking about Trump's Big Macs, which I bought into. But WLFI, I might be losing on that. I did open a short too late. I shorted near the bottom, but it's low leverage, so I'm just going to keep it open and just see what happens. I don't think it's going to. I mean, it's a $22 billion market cap, fully diluted, and it is fully diluted. That's a very large market cap for a crypto that just launched. So I tend to think that's going to go lower. I am from Sweden. Do you care? Oh, yes, I care. It's over, right? I'm not saying that. Let's see. I bought Kron too expensive. Are you talking about Kronos, crypto.com? I saw the chart earlier today. That looks like it has further down to go. I warned you guys last week about buying that. Don't buy it. Now, I mean, it's already lost the 618 retrace on its, it makes me think it's going to go down to the 0.5 or the 382. 382, I said under 20 cents. That's where you should buy it. Hello, Will. VeChain will pop soon. Surely, so much accumulation. I agree with you. VeChain will have its time soon. So VeChain looks like it's at a good level. True, yeah. I really like all your content. Thank you. Last year, you constantly said you wanted to leave the market entirely in 2024 December. You were right. I was right. I executed okay. I didn't execute it perfectly. I should have left more than I left. And then, I mean, Bitcoin has put in new highs. Ethereum's put in new highs. Solana has not. But there are some coins that, there's like 5 cryptocurrencies, 6 that have done well. And they're the largest cryptocurrencies. That's Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, Binance. They're not the 6. I mean, the one I was thinking of was XRP, and then Tron. Tron's been killing it. So HEEHEE and VeChain, my biggest bags. Let's go. Yes, sir. I really like all your content. Thank you. I watch all your videos. Very good. Thank you. Good morning, LMZ, GM Magic. Can you do a quick analysis of Quant? I did. Dude. I wish I was paying attention to it. I made a video talking about Quant, and I gave an entry at $99.77, and we wicked below that yesterday, but then closed above that level. That might be the level. Right now it's at $100.97. But I gave two scenarios in that video. I was like, maybe we'll hold that 99.77, but if we lose it, I'm going to back the truck up and buy at $88.14. So that's my mindset with quant. After that, it might be that right now is the time to buy, but if not, then I'm very interested in buying at $88.14. Will you be buying WLFI? No, I shorted it. Pengu's still just kind of hanging around. It might hang around for a while. It's more utility focused right now, but it's been holding up a lot better than I thought it would after, it started a new downtrend, but Pengu's going to have its time. I'm convinced of it. Everyone's saying Trump is dead. Oh yeah, but he's not. Emily Grant, thanks for the follow. What happened to your old account? I was following you, and now I just followed this one. My old account got banned because there was somebody going around trying to ban everyone's accounts, all the TikTok crypto creator accounts, and demanding payment. And some people actually paid him, which only re-energized him. And that same guy sent me a message on this account. But I have a game plan for how he's not going to get this account. It might be a good time to long Trump coin before his 2 p.m. announcement. That's more in the realm of gambling. You want to do that? Good luck. Let's see. Do you know about Cadena? Oh man, Cadena. Good intentions. It's trash, man. I mean, it's not trash, but the best tech in the world. It's amazing. Their tokenomics are terrible, man. And their tokenomics are going to be terrible for another 80 years. I'm not exaggerating. So yeah, that's something I can tell you about Cadena. Q4, Q1 prediction for quant? Nah, I don't have one. How long we wait for alt season? Man, watch my most recent YouTube video on my YouTube channel, World War Bitcoin. All right, two different things here. We are in a perfect position right now when it comes to Bitcoin dominance for there to be a heavy rotation to altcoins. So let's just get that out of the way. If there's going to be a time for alt season, it's going to be, I think, Q4 of this year, maybe Q1 of 2026. But whatever happens, I'm absolutely convinced that Bitcoin and probably Ethereum are going to have higher peaks a year from now or 2 years from now. That it won't be over for them, but it might be absolutely over for altcoins. For most of them, at least the ones that don't have ETFs, well before, what was I thinking? Or well after, you guys get what I'm saying, all right? Significant move in altcoins soon, but then after that, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and all the other ones that have ETFs blow them out of the water. So would you consider getting back into Eagle AI at the current price? I haven't looked at Eagle AI in a long time. What's up here? 11 cents. It's not a bad price. I'd wait a little bit. I'd want to see some. It's not about the price for me. I mean, sure, there's a lot of liquidity built up where it is. It's more about the timing of Eagle AI. I mean, I like the volume in comparison to a lot of other cryptos. So at some point, loop ring thoughts, we need significant rotation. We need Ethereum to hit a new all-time high, other larger cap cryptos to pump really hard, and then maybe I'll pay attention to loop ring, but loop ring's not going to do anything until then. Crypto Tanos, thanks for the follow. All right. Thank you for the super chat, Foregone. Uniswap, give me a good entry on Uni. Oh man. So, I don't think it's going lower than where it went. Where was that? $8.63. I mean, that's pretty decent amount lower. It's not going lower than that. It might have already bottomed, honestly. I mean, I'm basing that off of this thesis that that we were front running the September dump. And if we're front running the September dump, then all that selling at the end of August was anticipation of September being terrible. And here we are in September, all the selling's already completed. So, maybe that was the bottom. Maybe $9 and 13 cents or so was the bottom. If you were using lower leverage foregone, which I know you're not, I would say just get in now. But, maybe it'll revisit that 913 or something. ICP thoughts, blockchain bullhorn. Thanks, Fake Calvin Hill, for the follow. So ICP got down to a level yesterday in the last 24 hours that's the bottom. That's been the bottom. Let me back up for a second. That's been the bottom. Was this exact price point, which is $4.54. So it didn't quite get there. It got to 460. So I mean, it's at 486 right now. I tend to think it's not going to go lower than 454. Link. We'll see about Link. So I had an entry. I opened a long. All right, Link's back. That might have just been a false breakdown last week. I'll be a little bit cautious about Link right now. It's had a fantastic run over the last month. So I talked about, I opened a long last week at $23.32, I think is what it was, or 23, something like that. And then I saw what I would say was like euphoria speak with Chainlink. Like people talking a little too high on Chainlink. And so I closed my long, and that worked out perfectly for me because I'd just barely be up on it right now. But yesterday I would have been down on it. So now, I would wait honestly until maybe if it got down to $20.89, that's where I'd be interested in Chainlink. Did we front run the September dump? I've been talking about that we might have. Yeah. It's too early to call, but I've been talking about that hypothesis for a while. All right. Athena, ENA. I opened a short on ENA. Well, let me back up. I had a limit order set on a short for Athena that filled today. And I was up on it earlier, but then the market pumped, so I might be down on that right now. I'm not worried about it at this moment. I'm looking on my chart right now at a downtrend that it might be breaking through, but it's too early to tell. But for now, I'm just going to keep that short open because I would expect after it breaks through this downtrend, if it does today, a backtest of that downtrend. So all that to say, right now, not a great time to enter Athena. Give it some time. Injective. I don't know if anyone's spamming on TikTok, but please don't spam. I'm just trying to get through here. I don't know why I drew this. I drew some kind of projection. I don't remember drawing that, but it looks like it's following along. So listen, Injective doesn't look amazing right at this moment, but that could change at any point. So it is finding support at the 20-week SMA, just like Bitcoin. I wouldn't be interested in Injective right at this moment. So give it a little bit of time. Looking to add more Tau spot. Is it a decent level of support here? Tau. Come on. All right, 318. There's a level that I'm seeing here that might be it. Based on those couple of daily closes at 3, this might be a decent entry on Tau. So if altcoins don't pump in 2025, will you hold your altcoins to 2026, thinking it could pump in 2026? Yeah. I'm more of a swing trader than a hodler. It just depends, if like I have some ICP. I don't think it's going lower than where it is right now. So if it's just hanging around these levels, yeah, I'll hold on to it. Am I stupid to sell my Kronos, losing 50% and buying something else? You were stupid to buy Kronos. If you're down 15% on crypto.com, you were stupid to buy it. Yes, not financial advice, sell it. Because what's most likely going to happen right now, if you're already frustrated about it, is that it's going to continue to bleed, and then it's going to chop and bore you to death, and it's going to take a long time for Kronos to hit break even, and you'll end up selling out of sheer boredom. So shame on you. Don't buy it. Don't chase green candles. Just don't do it again. Are you getting the other account back? I don't know. I'm losing hope, honestly. But if you have any ideas, DGen Queen, I'd love to hear them. IMZ, BRZ, thanks for the follow. Thanks, that was good. Nope, no potential top for Quant. Dave, thanks for the follow. Dylan, thanks for the follow. What do you think about Harmony 1? I haven't looked at Harmony 1 in a while. Let me look at the chart here. Yeah, it's dead. I mean, it's not dead, but there's nothing about it that makes me scream buy. At some point, I'm sure it'll pump out of nowhere. And it's back down to its bear market bottom price. So it's like, where can it go from here? It's not going to go much lower. You want to buy some Harmony 1, knock yourself out. Found you after following Skis. Love your content. Thank you, Trench. XRP looks bearish. Do you agree? It does, Danny. But one thing that I'm going to say to you is I've been wondering about something like what it's doing right now, where I drew a triangle formation on my chart. I can't show you my chart because TikTok's going to get mad, but I drew a triangle formation on my chart, and I did wonder if it was going to break down below the support and have a false breakdown and then fake everyone out and then pump from there. And that might be what's going on right now. We'll have to wait and see on that. You're welcome. Injective to 10,000. Yeah, right. Alex, will you buy WLFI? No, I'm in a short on WLFI. So let's see. And I'm down on my short. So, and maybe I'm going to get killed because of Trump's announcement today. Maybe I'm going to lose money on this and just whatever. But I unfortunately shorted pretty close to the bottom. I have no intention of buying this. It's at $23 billion market cap. No, thank you. ICP to $30 possible. That's within realm possibility. Sam, thanks for the follow. XRP and XLM hitting strong. Okay. Do you like the crypto STX? Guys, do I like the crypto fill in the blank? The answer is probably no. I'm sorry to say. The answer is probably no. Crypto, by and large, is a scam. STX, you want to talk about Bitcoin layer 2s and all of that. Is there potential with it? Sure, but there's so much froth in the system that I'm just like, no, I don't like it. I'm guilty until proven innocent. And the chart looks terrible, so no, I don't like it. Why is the market blue balling us? I don't know, man. Maybe there was somebody talking all throughout 2024 when everyone was promising you that 2025 was going to be this amazing bull run, that all your wildest dreams was going to come true. I wonder if there was a voice of reason looking at the economic environment and warning you that 2025 was going to suck. Was there anyone? I don't know. Oh yeah, there was. There was this guy, World War Bitcoin. BitRock. I'm not looking at BitRock. That's a scam. Who the F is that guy? Thank you for the follow. Yeah, I know you follow me a lot. WRF, same deal. Thank you for the follow. Made 1K on ENA this morning. Was 1,800, but got out when it went down. Cool. Good stuff. Sol, good to buy. Solana's one of the few that's actually, man, Solana looks really good. You know, that's where I would put my attention to right now. The larger ones, like Binance looks good, Solana looks good. We'll see about XRP. I mean, XRP already did hit a new all-time high. Thoughts on Arweave, Arbitrum. All right, so Arbitrum's chart actually looks pretty good. Let me look at Arweave first. 627. Is Gala dead? I mean, the chart looks dead. Arweave's chart looks dead. I've got nothing for you on that. Arbitrum looks pretty good. It's in an uptrend. I'm actually impressed because Arbitrum has terrible tokenomics. So maybe there's some hope for Arbitrum. So is Gala dead? Yes. But, you know, dead cat bounce, you know, could put in dead cat bounce. You can make multiple X's on a dead cryptocurrency. Pudgy Penguin again. I already talked about Pengu a lot. I love Pengu. Very bullish on it. The chart doesn't look amazing right now, but give it time. Velodrome. No signs of life. I mean, so many of these charts you guys asking me about, they look dead. They just look straight up dead. At some point, I'm telling you that, yes, there will be X's, but there's no signs of that happening right now. If you buy it, it's probably not going to go that much lower, but you might have to wait a while for it to go higher. Lee, Tree Hugs, Yusha, thanks for the follow. How did you lose your other account? Somebody's going around reporting old videos, claiming it's violating TikTok's policies. He's reporting every video. Some of them slipped through the cracks, and TikTok flagged me, and then I got banned. And then he wants $3,000 from me to stop reporting me. And I'm like, screw you. No, my TikTok account is not that valuable to me. The people who paid him, you got to understand, they make a lot of money off of their TikTok accounts. I don't need to do that. I can make money in a variety of ways, and in particular trading. So no, it's not worth it to me to pay this guy to unban my account. LPT, man. All right, LPT. You guys are asking me about a lot of duds today, which, LPT looks a little bit better than a lot of the other ones. It just seems like it's raising the floor, at least ever since April. So I can't draw that trend line, not enough points. But yeah, sure. That might be a good one to just buy and hold on to for a little bit. Will Ordi ever wake up again? And Zebek, Ordi probably not. Let me look at Ordi. I need to find a good chart for this. That looks terrible. It looks like every other crypto. At some point, yes. Look at Dynex. Dynex looked dead. It looked DEAD, dead. And then it pumped. Look at Inspect. Same deal. It flat out looked dead, and then out of nowhere it pumped. Some of these cryptos will do that. Will ordinals do that? Maybe. Will other cryptos you've been asking me to look at, will they do that? Maybe. We'll see. All right, Zebek. Sorry, I'm getting way behind on these cryptos here. All right, so maybe there's some hope with Zebek. It found support at the 21-week EMA and the 20-week SMA. I just don't know. I mean, I'm always cautious about cryptos like this that pump super hard, and people, holders are all of a sudden, it did a 14x. No, it did more like a 10x in a few weeks, and now people are still in profit. I just don't know, man. I'm not interested in it based off of that. And then Ondo's at some resistance right now. Will it break through? We'll see. I don't know. It's a cliche, right? It could go up or it could go down. That's my thought on Ondo right at this moment. But it really, Ondo's just, I like Ondo, and it is close to a low that's, for the last 3 months. Maybe it's worth buying. All right, why Bitcoin pumping? Maybe I've been sharing this hypothesis all live stream. Maybe because everyone was anticipating a terrible September, and so we sold off leading into September, and then we get to September, stock market opens, and all the selling's done. Maybe. I'm not saying that that's the case, but maybe. Thank you for the follow, Miss Scrap. That's what someone else said too. Don't even know. Have you talked to William Watson? He was able to get his account back. No, I'll send him a message if I can find a way to reach him. No to WLFI, but what about Dolo and Block? Oh, did William Watson say he wasn't buying WLFI? Now here's the deal. I really, thank you, Real Monkey. I really do like William Watson. I think he's a really good dude. But I have come to find he's a Democrat, and I've come to find that he's let his Democratic lean or Democratic bias affect his outlook on charts, which you must not do. That's why, earlier this year, he was very, very bearish, and he remained bearish for too long. And listen, I voted for Trump. I make no apologies for that. Or, if you want to say, cool, good job, whatever. I don't care who I voted for. But there's one thing I am absolutely not going to do. And that's going to let any political feeling that I have affect how I view the charts. And I just think they're all terrible. We haven't had a good president in a really I would say in my lifetime. I'm 43 years old. So, all right, what's Dolo and Block? Ziggy, I have no idea what Dolo and Block are. I'm sorry, I'm missing all your comments. Good juju in crypto land, okay. The whole Rise Up Morning Show and Dems are letting it affect their crypto decisions. I do agree with you on that. I'd think so. He bought some. Who bought some? William Watson? Exactly right. All right. Harris would enter the country. Let's not get into political stuff. I am still, even though I've been very disappointed with Donald Trump's presidency, I am thankful that, all right, we're moving on. You know what I was going to say. All right. ADA and Doge. Cardano lost some support that I thought it was going to hold. I'm really bummed about that. But, honestly, the chart still looks pretty good, man. It looks like, there's a level here that it just seems to be holding. So, maybe Cardano is at a good entry right at this moment. Dogecoin, I gave a projection for Dogecoin that it seems like it's playing itself out. It was forming a wedge pattern. I thought it was going to break down to the downside, and then that would be a fake out and then pump from there. And it looks like that might be what's happening with Doge. ETH. What about ETH? I've given lots of thoughts. I made lots of videos about Ethereum. I made a video yesterday. Nothing's changed with that. I think Ethereum is going to hit a new all-time high this month. Now, be very careful about Ethereum. Because once it breaks through, it'll rally really hard, but it'll most likely end up back testing that previous all-time high. So that might end up being like $1,000 drop in Ethereum after breaking through. So, but I see no reason to be bearish on Ethereum right now. Now, there's other people. I know Benjamin Cohen is calling for it to go down to like 30, lower 3,000s, maybe. And even if that's the case, I'm very bullish on Ethereum. He's good for crypto. Who's he? You guys, man, you guys are talking about he. I'm assuming you're talking about William Watson. I think William Watson's a good dude. Chainlink, already looked at Chainlink. It's kind of like in this, it's right at resistance, but maybe breaking through, but you can't count that. You got to ask me about Link tomorrow. That's the thing about Chainlink. Ask me tomorrow. AVAX and HBAR. HBAR is similar to XRP. Breaking down, might be a false breakdown, hopefully breaking up. AVAX holding up. I'm really impressed with how AVAX is holding right now. So I'm liking AVAX at this moment. Dolo is DeFi for WFL. See Trump's website. So he did another cryptocurrency. Man, how many I'm not going to call him a rug puller. Is it Dolomite? So $83 million market. Is that it? I don't know. That's probably not it. I'll look into it some other time. Let's see. Thoughts on Say. Oh, I haven't looked at Say in a while. Oh, what's up with Say? Man, it's just, I like it. I like the chart. It might, it can certainly go down a little bit lower. I think you just need some time with Say. You need to be patient with Say. So, can AVAX reach $100 end of year if we get decent market conditions? Yes. ETH keeps getting rejected at 4,400. I don't care. Jam says 2,000, 2,500. Jam and I are very far apart right now. There's going to be a time when we'll be very much in agreement. No, I disagree. We're not going to 2,000. He's saying it's over, But I mean, he said it was over in May, and then we went higher, and Ethereum went much higher. He said Ethereum was going to go to $2,700. Or sorry, he said Ethereum was going to peak at $2,700 in May. And for a brief moment, he looked really smart. ISO chain coin? What's ISO chain? I don't know what that is. Orange Man is good for crypto eventually. HEEHEE to the moon. Just got to be patient. Right now, it's utility. There will be a time for HEEHEE to do very well. What's your Bitcoin top end of bull run? Listen, again, I am of the mindset that the peak for Bitcoin is actually very far off. Now, could we have peaked in 2025? Maybe. But like the peak for this cycle, I would think is going to be in 2027, something like that for Bitcoin. Not for altcoins, but for Bitcoin. And it's going to be much higher than where it is right now. That's my thought. Like, well, over 200,000, maybe even higher than that. Maybe, and that might be FUD, 200,000. So, he's talking about Trump, not William. Okay. Okay, Trump. Okay. Tell me about one. I already mentioned one. It doesn't look good. You're welcome, Zero. I'll look forward to your thoughts tomorrow. Sure. ICP a good buy. It is at a level, it's gone back down to a level that it hasn't lost that level in a long time, over a year. So I think, there's value to that. Oh, Sui. What's up with Sui? I was happy to see it pumped a little bit today. It did bounce. It bounced off the 200-day moving average. Was that it? I don't know. No guarantees on that. So I'm not loving Sui right now, and I have a big bag of Sui, but I'm just holding on to it. That might have been the bottom. We'll see. Otherwise, I'd wait for $2 and you know what? This might be the bottom for Sui. It's filled a gap within a large green candle from July 11th. So maybe this is it. Maybe this is the time to get in on Sui. If not, $2.78. All right, that's it. Dolomite and Blockstream. I'll look into those another time. Please check Neo long term. No, Neo's a dinosaur. Does it actually do anything anymore? No inflation in their tokenomics, which you would think is a good thing. But like, what are they doing? How are they innovating? How are they incentivizing people to build on their blockchain? Oh, Morpho, is this support? The 21-week EMA, is that support? I mean, Morpho, it's like it had, 10 red candles in a row? Maybe there's room for some kind of a bounce back now. But, and it does look a lot better than a lot of other altcoins. So maybe right now for Morpho, maybe right now is a time to get in and make some gains. I'm not saying that it's done going lower, although I'm seeing a trend line here that perhaps you can draw. Nah, it's kind of wonky. I mean, there's something, but all right. Sorry guys, I can't keep up. I see something about Compound. Let me look at Compound. Compound. Just ranging, same deal. It looks better than a lot of other altcoins, but still looks pretty bad. So no, nothing with Compound. I already talked about Tau. Tau might have bottomed already. Let's look at Epic. Man, it's got to be close to a bottom. I was hoping it did bounce off this level of interest, $2.38. Now it's at $2.15. So maybe we'll see. I don't think Jam was really wrong, minus this bull trap. Alt's nowhere near December highs. That's the thing. Yes. User 762. I'm not saying he was wrong. I'm saying he's not invincible for sure. Because I remember like earlier this year, people were worshiping the ground he was walking on. But like, I could have told you the same thing about altcoins. You know, I used to call myself your second best friend. In early 2024, I was your second best friend on TikTok. I said he was your best friend. And I would say he has not quite been your best friend lately. You know, with these smaller cap altcoins, I mean, what's been my game plan this entire time? It's been the larger caps and it's been meme coins. I have not been messing around with a lot of altcoins, but the ones that I have been messing around with have done pretty well. So it's like, that's just the big mess of all of this is like everyone can still feel like they've been right, you know, even the Moon Boys. But the Moon Boys are going to have their day of reckoning here soon. Because it's like, you know, we're going to peak. The altcoin market is going to peak sooner than they're comfortable with, and they're going to keep on talking about, oh man, we're going higher. So like at the end of the day, the bears are going to look really smart. But the Moon Boys, there's going to be a time you ride with the Moon Boys, they'll make you a lot of money. So is Sui dead? Oh no. Nasir, thanks for the follow. So the 4-year cycle is scrapped. AHFM, I think you've been around here for a while. You should know my perspective on the 4-year cycle. If the 4-year cycle was a thing, at least for altcoins, okay? If the 4-year cycle was a thing, 2025, you'd be a lot richer right now, but most of you are not. Because it's been a trader's market. I mean, look at coins. If you bought a coin in December 2020, look at that coin at any point in 2025. How did it do? Or sorry, 2021. How did it do? It did amazing. You know, even though like I was frustrated with Polkadot. Polkadot did an 8x, and I was frustrated about that in 2021 because there were other cryptocurrencies that did much better than that. And here we are in September of 2025, and a lot of these altcoins are down from where they were at the beginning of the year and from December of 2020. So this cycle, whatever this cycle is, yes, it's very different, which I've been warning about you. I've been telling you that for years, that was going to be the case. Thoughts on Filecoin reaching $10 to $12? Oh, Filecoin. It's such a terrible cryptocurrency. Now, fundamentally, it's a good crypto. They have real world usage. It's a competitor with AWS, but their tokenomics are the worst out of every top 100 crypto. Can it reach $10 to $12? It's so funny. Its all-time high is what, like $200? And you're asking, can it reach $10 to $12? And it might not. So I don't know, man. Where did it get to in 2024? Let's see, it got to 12 in 2024. Could it break an all-time or break its 2024 peak? Maybe. But the thing that I want to know is how much more Filecoin tokens are in circulation than when it peaked in March of 2024. I don't know. I don't know the answer to that question. So up now these coming days before Fed rate cuts in September or after rate cuts. I don't know, Yummy Tummy. I really don't know. If we pump leading into the rate cuts, I'm taking money off the table. If we're flat leading into rate cuts, I'm holding. Because what I think would happen is same thing that happened last year, that we'd have like a 2 to 3 month window of crypto pumping and then it would be over. Well, either way, actually, if we pump and then we dump after rate cuts, either way, I think a 2 to 3 month window. Do you like Plume? What's Plume? I mean, that's a meme coin, right? Or what? I've looked at Plume's chart before. And then what's Leva Protocol? What is Leva Protocol? I mean, the Plume chart, no, I don't like the chart at least. Leva Protocol. Is this a Coinbase crypto? This chart looks very Coinbase-y. It's not on Coinbase. This is a bizarre crypto chart. I would not say now is a good time for entry. And I don't even know what to say as to like what would be an indication for a good time. This chart looks very manipulated. So I'm going to have to pass on that. So many say October to November bullish. Do you think it could start in September, though? It always could. It's just if it starts in September, we will have been in new territory because like it's never started in September. It's never like in Bitcoin's history, September's historically the worst month. Now, on average, at least. Now, at the same time, last September was the best September ever. We had a 7% gain. Woohoo! 7% gain. That was the best September ever for Bitcoin. So we'll see. What's your thought on Chainlink hitting top 5? I get a lot of hate for my perspective on Chainlink. I don't think it's going to hit top 5. I think maybe it'll double from here. A little bit more than double. So there's my thoughts. Gala looks terrible, but it looks bottomed. So that's every chart. That's every junk coin chart. Looks terrible, looks bottomed. Every single one that I talk about. Almost everyone. All the unless it's top 10 or something in market cap. This is the story. Looks terrible, looks bottomed. So there's your thoughts. VeChain seems to have more upside than most. Yes. As it is holding and hasn't pumped yet. I do agree. Yes. What happens if they not cut rates? What are you going to do? Please let community know. They're going to cut rates. I've been around the block. Listen, I'm talking like 15 years of experience working in fields that like what they do with interest rates has a significant effect on my life. It's been 15 years for me. And I am telling you, they are going to cut rates. Why is everything building a massive green candle on the hour? This is the question of the day, but it's a happy question. So I'm not going to bang my head against the table. Again, hypothesis. What if everyone was in anticipation of September being this terrible month? What if they sold off in late August and, oh no, September, clock strikes midnight on September, we're going to dump. And then the opposite happens. I share that hypothesis on my X account, WWBitcoin. Head over there, hit the follow. I've shared that on lots of different platforms, and it seems like maybe that's what's playing itself out. Dude, Will Watson got me on the sideline waiting for 105K. That messed me up. He might be right, Foregone. I mean, it's not like 105K is this huge down level. My goodness, it's just $6,000 lower. We could go to 105. The thing is, I mean, the thing that I'm wondering is, are we going to hold the bull market support band, the 20-week SMA? We have interaction with the 20-week SMA every September. And here we are, September 1st, we've hit it. All right, Kingstonator. Thank you so much for that super chat. My goodness, Little Pepe. So somebody sent me, all right, I better not talk about that on TikTok or I'm going to get warned because they don't like me directing traffic to other platforms. But somebody sent me a very generous super chat here. So Little Pepe, let me take a look at Little Pepe. I don't know anything about it. I'm assuming, all right, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do something. This is only for Kingstonator. I'm going to briefly open up the chat for the public, but I'm only going to respond to the Kingstonator if he has any follow-up questions. Okay. So is this it? Whoa. I'm assuming that's some kind of glitch on the chart. Is it $220 million market cap? All right. This can't be it. This, whatever this is some kind of a scam coin. Because the volume is $903 for a $220 million market cap crypto. That can't be it. All right, so Little Pepe. Is it, I mean, there's so many. 174 million, but no. All right, I fear Kingstonator. Oh, it's a pre-sale. Okay. All right. I was afraid that that you bought some kind of scam coin and you were asking me if it was legit, but okay. So I don't know anything about it. All right. So raised $24 million. They raised 24 million. So it's an ETH coin. I'm assuming this is going to be a very large market cap crypto if they've already raised 24 million and they have a goal of 25 million. So, all right. I can't spend too long on this despite the super chat, Kingstonator. If you bought in, here's my thing is like, I'm assuming you're going to get some kind of distribution. And what I would do with that, especially at this season, is I would sell a bag of it right away as soon as possible, and then I'd hold on and see what happens. Because like if this was happening, let's say this was launching in March of 2024, I would think that you just hold and it's going to go up over 100 million, 500 million, something like that. But otherwise, the problem with coins launching now is like a lot of people just have a mindset, I got to sell it as soon as possible. So how bullish are you for VeChain? Multiple X's. I just don't have any particular thoughts. I bought something similar and got pennies on the dollar. Yeah, that's the fear with right now, Leonard. I put money into a coal allocation with VaultFi. You're welcome, Kingstonator. Thank you. A KOL allocation with this crypto called VaultFi. It launched, it dumped immediately. I lost $2,000. And I put that money in like over a year ago, and then it finally launched recently. Never again. I just lost the $2,000, I don't even know how much that initial investment is worth. Let's see. Market always does the opposite of the general anticipation. Correct. Hope we see a 2 to 3x like Crow in the short term. I don't know about short term, but VeChain I think would do a 2 to 3x. Yeah. Hi, Alex. What would the peak for ETH be? What could it be? I just have a perspective, new all-time high, and then I'm rotating. I don't care about the peak. Could it get to 10,000? Could it get even higher than that? Maybe. But Crow, don't touch Crow right now. How does Zebek look? Already looked at it. Could still go lower. AVT, you wanted me to ask about your crypto AVT? Sure, man. AVT. What's up with AVT? Aventus. It's on Coinbase. It's right at right under the 200-day moving average and getting rejected there. I'll be honest with you, AVT. Your chart does look better than a lot of other cryptos. Because a lot of other cryptos just look straight up dead. At least there looks like there's some potential for a move higher short term. Pengu at the moment doesn't look amazing, but give it some time. I think Pengu's going to do great. How do you think ICP will perform? $20, $25. What happens to the background? I don't know what you mean. Crow to 80 cents or $1. I could see $1. Just give it some time. All right, MQT. So Bitcoin is flirting with 112. So funny. Oh, September is going to be terrible. Let's sell. We got to sell because September is going to be the worst month ever. And then here we are. First trading day of September. MQT, I wouldn't touch that. I mean, sure. Could it have its time? We hit euphoria. It pumps out of nowhere. Sure. Yeah. But I mean, that looks terrible. ICP, Quant, Pengu. Already looked at all those. Please don't spam AVT. Stronghold. Man, this crypto is just bizarre, man. It's kind of like the 2025 version of Quant. In 2021, My thing with quant is like I just don't want to even try to analyze it. It just does what it does. And Stronghold seems to be doing something similar. Now, Stronghold, I mean, man, it went from 35 to 20 cents, and it's been almost straight red. Now might be a good time to just like scalp Stronghold. So AVAX looks good. What other coins look like VeChain setup? I don't know necessarily. What I would say is like look for cryptos with good tokenomics that just don't look flat out dead. So maybe I would look more like at dinosaurs. What would be a good? I don't even. I'm on the spot. Uniswap looks really good. Foregone. Even though it did lose a little bit of support lately. Maybe Theta. What's up with Theta? No, not Theta. I don't know. Really can't give you anything. You want me to verify something, TikTok? Okay. Oh, come on. All right. Sorry, I can't keep up. Thoughts on Near protocol. All right. Near and then LCX. LCX again. It's the same thing. It'll pump out of nowhere like it did last week. Near one day, one of these days, but that day is not today. LCX is holding up pretty well. I do like LCX's chart right now. I think from here it's going to climb. It looks like it might be forming a giant cup pattern, like a 1 year long cup pattern. So maybe that's the case with LCX. Do you think the Trump announcement will be positive or negative? I did not know that he was doing an announcement until this live stream when somebody mentioned it. So I don't know. Index and PAL. What's up with PAL? Let me look at PAL and then Index. No, PAL looks abysmal. No, thank you. Opinion about Polygon? I think at some point it'll do something. That's all I can say. I'm sorry. I already looked at Epic. Index is another. Just all these cryptos look so much. I'm just so tired of it. It's the same thing every time. I wouldn't get out of PAL right now. I just hold on. I don't see signs of life right now. All right, but eventually. Bepe, eventually. There'll be a rotation of meme coins, but not right now. What's Go Mining? Man, Chainlink. All right, this is the 6th time. Chainlink. Ask me tomorrow about Chainlink. It's just right up at resistance. You think bull run's still intact for 2025 or done until 2026? I don't think we're done until 2026. AVT, you get a desk smash. AVT, I literally answered your question about your crypto. AVT, Aventus Network Crypto is asking me to look at AVT. I already did it. You loser. Go away. Do you have a price target for Aerodrome? No, like $2 to $3. Can I easily make 20x if I all in HEEHEE? There's no such thing as an easy 20x in anything. What are you talking? BZ. Oh, it's BZ. Okay, I should have known better. There's no such thing as an easy 20x in anything. You want to put a gun to my head and tell me like, all right, this crypto has to 20x or you will die. Yeah, sure. I'll go with HEEHEE. Fetch has been doing horrible since ASI was formed. I've been down on AI for quite a while. Because you don't let these jokers get to you. Morpho decent buy right now. I am going to look at, I already looked at Morpho. I'm going to look at it again. And the reason why is because I remember thinking a thought. Yeah. Listen, I mean, it's 11 days of straight down. I mean, there's got to be an opportunity here to make some money off of it. But I'm not saying that it's like, oh yeah, we're going to the moon now. I'm just saying, you know, for some short-term gains, knock yourself out with Morpho. Alex, give me a safe, guaranteed 100x and don't be wrong. Yeah, safe guarantee. USDT. USDT is going to 100x. No doubt. BOMO has been a fun project to swing. All right, I pulled up BOMO. I think you should. I'm assuming you've taken profits. I mean, you've swung it. I don't like this chart. It's too vertical. But congrats, you know. So hello, DevTuber. Would FOMOing right now be a bad decision? Who's feeling FOMO right now? I think a lot of people are still scared. I would not listen. You know, it's too soon to tell. But it looks like the worst is behind us. So what do? I mean, Bitcoin's down a lot from its peak. I mean, a lot-ish, I guess you could say. It's been really rough for a lot of altcoins. I guess now's a good time to get in on some of these cryptos. And you want to get the perfect entry, or do you just want to buy close to the bottom? Right now, we're still close to the bottom. If that was the bottom. Brett doesn't look good, but give it time. Again, on meme coins in general, I think are the most vulnerable right now. Because what's going to happen is ETH will eventually break through its all-time high, and then a lot of other utilities will pump, and those meme coins will underperform. But then, there will be a rotation of meme coins. All right, I'm about out of time. Any Bitcoin target this year? Bought some fart coin and useless. Oof. Eventually you'll make money. Be patient. Bitcoin target this year. There is a possibility that for 2025. 124,000 was the peak. That does not mean that it's over. Absolutely not. That means that, now we rotate to altcoins. But again, I'm telling you guys, the peak for Bitcoin for this cycle, in my opinion, is going to be much higher than 124, and it's going to be more than a year from now. So API 3. Yeah, I shorted API 3 and I got out too early. 101. So the exit that I thought I was going to get to for API 3 was 104. It's currently at 101. But I got shaken out, and I made less than I was hoping I would make on my short. And I closed my short at like 119 when I was aiming for 104. Just dumb. I should have just let it ride. API 3 is close, but it could still go a little bit lower. All right. Somebody asked me, do I think WLFI will do 2x minimum from here? It's a $22 billion market cap crypto again. It probably has a decent amount lower to go. And then you want to ask me, will it double from wherever it settles? But $22 billion? It's $22 billion. I mean, look at what happened with the Trump coin. It got up to, I think, 80 billion. Now it's at 8 billion. So I know WLFI, they have a lot of holdings, I just think let's find a floor first, and then we'll see where we go from there. John, thank you for that gift. Bitcoin is going to zero. Here's what you should do. Hold your breath. And then we'll see what happens. Maybe you'll breathe, Bitcoin will go to zero, and then you can breathe again, or maybe you'll just hold your breath for the rest of your life. And then after you die, you'll continue to hold your breath, and Bitcoin will still not be at zero. No, it would be in the opposite direction of zero. So Deb, thanks for the follow. Let us know if you get in and start to buy. Oh, wow. Thanks for that. What is that? John Hawkins. Do you think Pole can do a 7-8x? It could. So when I get in and start to buy, I mean, I've just been in. I wasn't going to let this shakeout cause me to sell. Now, today's price action is very encouraging, to the point where it's like, all right, you know, that might have been, we might have bottomed out already, because it might be this thing where it's just, that's what happens. We sold off really hard into September because everyone's like, oh, September is going to be this terrible month. And then what happens? The selling's done. The sellers are exhausted. But it's too early to call, but I'm pretty confident about holding crypto right now and adding to my positions. Thank you, Donaldo and Aiden, for the follow. Could be a fake out as well. Yeah, for sure. FET target. I don't have a FET target. I'm not high on AI right now. On older AI. No, I mean WLFI. No, I mean WLFI. Okay. Have you been doing regular lives at any particular time? Usually around this time. You know, I wake up in the morning, I go to the gym, work out, and I get to the office around 9. And then usually I'll make a video. But today I just decided to go live. I didn't go live yesterday because it was Labor Day. So here I am. But I'm pretty much done with the live stream now. I'm sorry if I missed any of your comments. It's too much. And the hotter things will get, the more that'll be the case. So anyway, I'm going to be done. Have a good one. Andrea, 2 years. Wow. Looking for 1,000. Yep. All right. Have a good one. And see you later on YouTube.